Well. Good evening, everybody. Look who we got. Welcome to the Wise Guys. That's us, the Geek. I'm Cuz. It's Cousin the Geek, and we love our Wise Guys Wednesday night gathering where we're going to get into a lot of your breakdown for the NFL. We're going to give you all the answers to all the games. We hit you. We're making you money. Every week we're making you money. If you have the Sharp app, which you better download, it's got to be part of the arsenal on your phone. Make sure you have that and you watch our podcast. You're cashing tickets. You're making money. That's true. All right. We had it last week again. What's up, Geekdom?
Man, I was so close last week. So I had a 6-team parlay going. Money line parlay.
Oh, my God. Did you?
Money line, right? Hit all 5 on Sunday. All 5. Bam. Bam.
Oh, my God.
Bam.
Oh, my God. That's right. You did tell me that.
Plus 550 going, right? So here we go.
Damn.
Money line, Bills, the last leg of the parlay.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, we got this.
Oh, dude.
But wait. I did okay. Because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, there's a way to double dip. First of all, from Sharp, Capper Steve puts out a Titans plus 6.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Statsational jumps on board. He's like, I like it. Titans plus 6.5. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. You guys are betting against me right now? Then I think, all right, you know what? If I take Titans plus 6.5, I could still win I could double dip.
Sure.
Now,
you back up. Right.
I'm against the double dip. I'm that guy. Like, you double dip the chip, you're out of the party. But in this case, and I'm talking about like the actual double dip where somebody take the mozzarella stick, puts it back in the sauce, second time, bro.
Nah, it's a violation.
You do that with your own mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, but that's a violation.
Not when we're sharing.
You know what a violation is, don't you?
Yeah. That's
stone violation.
Personal foul.
Yeah.
Unnecessary grossness.
Yeah, stone violation.
There it is. So anyway, I'm like, I'm going to double dip this shit. I go in, I throw down the hedge bet on Titans plus 6.5, right? We're going to the end of the game. I'm like, I'm double dipping it. What's up, bitches?
Dip, baby, dip.
Dip, baby, plus dip. 550, get the double up. I'm fucking rolling in it. Okay, I'm already counting the money.
Like, no.
I did the mistake. I did the big mistake. I'm counting the money. I'm already thinking.
That's bad, homie.
I'm counting it. All of a sudden, and you saw the ending. The quarterback sneak. This guy makes the quarterback sneak 99 times out of he slips. Why are you getting cute with the shotgun running up to the line, bro? Just line up. Like, does Tom Brady do that?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Every time you're gonna do some bullshit, actually, what would Tom Brady do? Does Tom Brady fucking line up in the shotgun, run up? No, he lines up. Boom, snaps it fast. First for 1 count snap. Boom, first down. Every time. Tom Brady, slow as fuck. Doesn't matter. First down.
Dude, that's a heartbreaker.
Plus 550 down the drain.
That's a heartbreaker. But you at least backed it up with the Titans.
Yeah, I didn't lose money on it because you got to play the hedge, baby. Got to play the hedge.
Yeah.
Statsational
That's a shame, man.
But I said, you know what? I'm not going to hedge the money line.
No,
I'm going to hedge it.
I'm smart, dude. I mean, listen. First of all, it was a complete Titans spot, right? Like we talked about it. Spot is a big deal, and it was a Titans spot. You should have won. The Bills should have won the game, but the Titans should have covered. Like that's the outcome that should have happened.
For DFS purposes, let me take this around to DFS for a second because I use the information, and this is one of the cool things about being on the sports betting side and having sharp guys like John Alessia, like Anthony Gargano and Capper Steve and Anthony, and all these guys who are giving out bets over at on the Sharp app and over at Sharp Bets. What's going on is I was first looking at that game from a DFS angle, like this could be a Bills blowout game. They're way better. Fucking Titans lost to the Jets. Like, this is a bad team, right? Then I see the guys betting on the Titans to stay close. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play a little more Derrick Henry than I was thinking about.
Yes.
So I allow, we can use that lean because if my head is telling me, my, square brain is telling me the Bills are going to blow out the Titans. They're a better team, and Jets beat Titans. That's all I could think about.
Right,
Jets
Bills are good against the run. I know that was kind of in the back of
paper.
your mind with Henry.
All of
I'll
it.
be honest with you, I thought Julio was going to have a bigger game.
Well, Julio got hurt. I thought so too. I thought Julio was going to dominate that game. He ends up getting hurt. I call him Hurt Leo. That dude is always hurt.
He is. He's like,
I got into arguments this offseason, like actual arguments with people. They're like, well, he's never hurt. What are you talking about? He played 17 games. I'm like, the dude comes in as a decoy, 7-8 games a year, just limping around out there. He does get hurt, and people argued with me. And I'm like, you don't want Julio on your team. You don't want Hurt Leo. And they argue with me in the offseason.
Hurt Leo's the best.
I coined it, right? And Hurt Leo, they argued with me. Where are they now? Where are you, guy from Twitter who argued with me? Suck it. Fucking Twitter guy.
Yeah. But so how did you do DFS in Monday night? Because you did. While I'm going back to Henry.
I played a lot. I didn't do great. I think it was such a no. Actually, you know what ended up happening? I'm trying to remember what the nuts was. It might have been. It was, I think, 2 running backs. Something I didn't get it. I think it was a solo guy took first place.
Really,
that rare solo took first. So I did not.
So what was it? It was 2. It was Henry.
Oh, there was no quarter. Henry, Allen, both kickers, I believe, wound up in the nuts.
Wow, that's
together,
wild.
And I tend to disallow that. So I think
I agree. I read you because I love your. First of all, your DFS write-ups are just a great read. Like, they're just entertaining, man. And I know from reading you that you hate kickers.
I'm not a fan of the. I refuse to learn the name.
And I respect that. I hate the kicker too.
I saw a skit from Larry David with Rich Eisen on his show, where just today, where Larry David goes, we should get rid. Rich Eisen says to him, "What should we do? Like, what changes would you make to the NFL?" And he said, "Get rid of the kicker. Done." He's going, Why are you allowing some guy who's never in the game the whole time to come out at the end, and win or loss depends on this dude who doesn't play? It's
antithetical to the actual sport. Yeah. Which is I like the fact that they're going more 2-point conversion, and I agree with you.
You know why the kicker exists? And so check this out. It's really interesting. It's because they originally played football. It was like some English rugby game, or like the field was for some other game, English rugby. And so they were adapting that game, and part of the rugby was kicking the ball through the uprights. That's how you scored in rugby. So they kept it.
For bogus. I'm with you. I'm with you. The beautiful part of football, throwing the ball, blocking, tackling. The kicker. I agree. I'm with you. I feel you.
I don't join my fantasy leagues. Don't have kickers.
I hear you. I feel you, man.
Yeah.
I have like burning questions for you. Okay. Did you get the chicken?
No chicken this week.
Again?
No.
What are you afraid?
My wife was out all day on Tuesday, but I got so busy that I ended up. It was like 3:30. It was too late to order the chicken. Basically, I ran up against the clock, and the clock beat me. So I was like, "Oh shit! It's 3:00 now."
You lost your window.
No,
that happens.
Lost the window. Yeah,
that happens. You're working, you're doing your thing, and the window it shuts down. Yeah. It's like you can't win anymore. The window shuts down.
Disastrous meetings set up all day on Tuesday.
Yeah, no good.
Like 1 hour. All of a sudden, it's 3:00. I'm like,
and the chicken's out.
Yeah,
and the chicken's out.
Then
she comes home. It's like the. Oh God! Don't do that.
Yeah, I got healthy.
No. Subway, no Subway, dude. There's not like some Italian pizza joint around. You get a hoagie.
I eat hoagies I eat so much.
But you can't do the Subway. Subway's a violation.
I weirdly like.
What do you
Subway.
like it? What do you eat?
I like the turkey sandwich. I don't know. I like it. I don't.
That's horrible.
There's it's right next door to a great deli, and I'm like, I'm going to Subway.
Because you live in New York, home of the greatest delis in the world. All
I
right.
got all those delis,
You
everything, and they
like
all have names like Bella Giovanna.
well, either the
Uncle.
Italian or the Jewish deli. All right. You live in the mecca
I got
of the
both.
Italian or the Jewish deli. Like you can't go Subway. It's a stone violation.
You're probably right. I got both. I got
It
a
is
Jewish
like
deli.
you're. I
I
mean,
got
I'm
an
saying like
Italian deli.
someday you want the Jewish deli, you get a feel for. Someday you want the Italian deli, but you should never feel for Subway.
Cause you down
Not in
with
New
the
York.
pastrami? Are you down with the pastrami
Come on,
sandwich?
man. Listen, I know all about the Jewish deli. I worked for the New York Post. I was in Manhattan all the time.
You
The
over to
Jewish
Katz's?
deli is a staple, man.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
Katz's.
Sensational. You're so right. He's going Subway. That's for bogus.
I'm not feeling well.
I guess not. Who are you, Jared? Oh, that's bad.
Oh no, don't associate. No,
I
Jared.
know. I
Brady's on the. I got TB12 is up
So
there.
Charles, my man Barkley.
Yeah, Charles. I got TB12. It's all
Yeah,
good.
it's a sellout joint. Come on, man. You're real. You're real. You're
I
too
like
real.
Subway.
Listen, like Statsational, all the guys, we hold you up to high standard. I search for you. I seeked you out.
In
See,
fairness,
Statsational. All right, so he's right. He said, if you're in Nebraska, you go to Subway. That is so true. He's dead right. That is so true. So I was a sports writer in another world, right? Like I told you, I worked in New York. And dude, I used to travel extensively. So I was stuck in Wisconsin. Do you remember when the NFL there was like 6 teams that trained in Wisconsin? Do you
no,
remember that?
no,
You have no idea.
did
All
not
right.
know that.
All right. So it was called the Cheese League, right? Like, and the training camps. There was the Vikings, the Bears, the Saints, 2 other teams used to train the Chiefs, right? And so I'm stuck in Wisconsin. Now I pull it. I'm starving. I'm driving the whole state. All right. And I'm going from training camp to training camp. Platteville, Wisconsin, which is on the Iowa border, right? There's no good food there. All right. Let's be real.
It's a miracle if you find an Applebee's.
It's middle America. It's horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a sin how people eat in the middle of the country, right? So anyway, I'm driving around. I'm starving. I stop at the Subway. So I say, well, give me an Italian. Like what? I go, what's in the Italian hoagie?
Oh no.
Right? They go, salami. I said, well, is it Genoa salami? They go,
What's
no.
that?
We got hard salami, and I'm already starting to skeeve and get the right. So then I go, all right, well, do me a favor, give me provolone, right? They go, provolone, what's that? I go, it's Wisconsin. You're the freaking cheese state. You don't know what provolone is?
No problem.
All they had was American. That's all they had, dude. And I skeeve American cheese. I'm sorry, I skeeve it. And I walked out, and I just grabbed a bag of chips, and that was it.
No Subway for you. Now, let me ask you, in an emergency.
There's
in
no
case of
Genoa, no.
emergency, break glass. Are you going to the Domino's? You're like, all right, fine. I'm going to
No,
Domino's. I'm
that's
going.
against my religion, cuz.
I'm going to the Domino's. No Domino's.
No, I don't do the chain.
I don't understand why there
No
is a
pizza
Domino's
chain.
in New York.
No, yeah. I mean, seriously, New York, Connecticut, Philadelphia, like great pizza places. You can't have the chain. All due respect to the chain if they want to advertise, but
if they want to advertise, we'll talk up the chain all day.
But I'm going to be real though. I always got to be real.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying?
My kids. All right, so my daughter's with her friends out back, in the pool and all this. And
okay.
They're like, I look outside. They got Domino's showed up, and I had the same reaction as you. I said, "What the hell is going on back there? Domino's? What of all the places in town, you guys chose Domino's? Kids like Domino's.
Yeah.
They
No,
like
yeah.
They're eating,
No,
like,
I hear you.
cinnamon sticks. There's some
Yeah.
chocolate cake thing going on.
I know. No, it's true.
One time in college, I had the wings from Domino's. Let me tell you, if you like crispy wings like I do, these wings were not for you. Okay? They were clearly cooked in a microwave.
Yeah, you can't eat the wing. I agree. I love like how you said, the crispy wing. that just falls
gotta be
apart.
crispy.
Yes,
Gotta be
I'm
crispy.
with you.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't go
I
that
threw it
route.
out. Like, I'm gonna tell you,
Nah,
it
it's
was
no
so
good.
gross that a poor college kid had no money. I couldn't even start garbage.
Yeah,
Actually,
no.
give it to my friends. I
I'd
can't.
rather go with the ramen.
Yeah, ramen's better.
Like
I'll just
if you
have
got to
the
eat cheap, you got to go ramen. The
have the
ramen,
quarter soup. Quarter
e-
soup is what I call it. Quarter
exactly.
soup. 25
That-
cents.
That's it. That's it, my brother. All right, you want to go through the games?
Let's do this. Weird one tomorrow night.
Yeah, I actually like it. I like Case. Think about this for a second. Case Keenum actually was in the NFC Championship game a few years ago. You think about that for a second.
He had a nice little run as a quarterback.
He's not horrific. Some of these backups are just complete trash. He's not complete garbage.
No, he was in the NFL. Not good. Definitely not good. But then again, Cleveland doesn't ask the quarterback to do a whole much, do they?
Dude, I think he's serviceable. I really do. Listen, I think you're getting value tomorrow night. I think people are looking at it and going, no Baker, no Baker. Look at this, Keenan, the backup.
No,
and they are, listen, they are. Chubb, the whole thing. They're banged up big time. But guess what? I think you got value. I like it. That's right. See, Stat Facial.
He knows what's up. He's from Brooklyn. He's from the neighborhood.
Is he from Bay Ridge or Bensonhurst?
No, he lived a couple blocks down from me. So I'm from Mill Basin.
Okay.
And John is from like in between Mill Basin and Sheepshead Bay on the way. It's like Garrettson Beach.
Yeah. Sheepshead Bay, yeah. I love that.
He's in that area.
Oh, that's nice. Did you guys grow up together?
We didn't know each other. No. I told him, though. I said we would have been friends.
Yeah.
He was not in the same neighborhood as me. You know, your neighborhood was your neighborhood. He wasn't there, but he was like the next one over. We would have been buddies if we met.
Totally. I can totally see that. I like Cleveland. I think there's value here. I'm not a big Denver fan. I was all over the Raiders, right? Like we love the Raiders. We love the Raiders last week. We told you to go to do
that was one of the best
line.
bets of the week. It was a weird one.
Did you do it?
I did not pull the trigger on that one. I just forgot. I got busy with DFS. By the time I had my parlay, my money line was my only bet.
Oh, okay.
Money line parlay.
You could have hit big with that Raider one.
No. The reason I did the parlay, by the way, was for Dallas. I didn't want to give the points.
And look, you kind of got lucky, yeah.
I mean, they ended up. I think they might have covered it anyway, but
well, they did. But I mean, the whole game was. I mean,
it was very close. I was very happy to not have to give the points.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? Like, first of all, after Diggs has the interception for a touchdown, boom, they come right back and they score on the 80-yarder. I mean, it was wild. I mean, Dallas squandered opportunity after opportunity. Pretty wild. Anyway, happens. And if they don't, normally we kick the field goal, not score the touchdown in overtime, and so that was a smart bet.
Like, I was happy,
but I'm mad at you for not betting the Raiders. I loved them. I kept telling you, John's my witness. He was there. He was with us.
Oh my God, you were all in on it. I just got to write them down because what happens is I get busy with DFS and I forget to put some of these bets in.
All right. Well, anyway, game tomorrow night. How about that total's low, man? 40.5.
It is.
You like
low.
Anything tomorrow?
It is dropping. It's gross. I think the total should be low. I'm on the under here. There's not a lot going on for the Cleveland offense. There's not the Broncos. What's his name? I think Bridgewater's banged up. Bridgewater probably plays.
Yeah.
But my Locke is so much worse than Bridgewater, and that's saying a lot.
Oh, Drew Locke's terrible.
He's really bad. So if Locke is in this game, it's just going to be this gross, ineffective, bad quarterback play. No star running back on the Browns. There's a lot of this game won't score well, going on here. So I get why the total is low. It's a pretty gross game overall. Not something I'm looking forward to watching. But yeah, I'm with you on the Cleveland side. -2. That's fair enough. You might as well just give the points. No reason for the money line at -2. So close game. I'm down with it, but I don't know. I'm not betting it. I am definitely not pulling the trigger on this one. Backup quarterback. I don't like it.
I get you. I
Yeah,
get you.
I'm out. I'm definitely not pulling the trigger on this.
All right, let's go Sunday. Let's go and get to Sunday's action. The full card. No England game this week.
No
I like the England
crumpets,
game.
no tea and crumpets on
I
Sunday
like the
morning.
9 o'clock. I love it. 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It's the best. You know.
I got stuff. I'm busy. I'm making lineups. I got fantasy stuff. I got bets to put in. But I leave the game on silent up on the screen. I didn't see much of those games though.
All right. Well, you didn't miss much.
No.
The Dolphins. I hate the Dolphins. Oh, they're horrible.
What about this rumor of
stinks.
Watson to the Dolphins? You think it's bullshit?
No, I think not yet. I mean, I can't see anybody trade with him with all that legal stuff hanging over him. I mean, I don't know why Miami would do it. At some point, he gets moved once there's some sort of direction. I know the Eagles are very interested in him. They have been. I know Miami's very interested in him. I mean, which is interesting because it's the two Alabama quarterbacks, right? It's Tua and Jalen.
Don't take Alabama quarterbacks.
You know, so well, Mac Jones is playing well.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Washington, Green Bay, and you know, it's funny. I was thinking about you because you know we do our Butler bet each week, and I'm up many Butlers.
I feel like I won one.
And I'm like Aaron Rodgers, and you're like the Bears.
just owning them. I saw that. I know what you're talking about. You really, I'm the Bears on the Butler bet right now. I got to turn it around.
So Green Bay's 8.5. I love Washington in the game. That's way too many points. I love watching this game. They're going to be in the game. They're going to cover. I love it. I love Heineke in the game. I just think it's way too many points. I think Washington can move the ball a little bit on them. I love Washington football team catching 8.5.
They, you know, it's that narrative. They played terrible last week. You couldn't have played worse against the Chiefs. The expectation wasn't necessarily them to get an ass whooping. So now everybody, the assumption is Washington sucks. I'm a little bit surprised at how high the game total is here. I actually think the under is the play. 49 points is a bit much. You know, the Packers play a very slow style of football. Very slow. They're you know, Aaron Rodgers snaps it at the 1. He, you know, 3, 2, snap. They're one of the slowest or the fewest snaps per game teams in the league. I don't think Washington has an answer for Devontae Adams or Aaron Jones on defense. So they're going to have to kind of let the Packers just kind of take a slow approach to the game. But what Washington does have here is I think Gibson will be out, and it might be better for them. They'll have J.D. McKissick, the short passing game going on, and I think that will allow them to hold the football for a little bit. That style of play, hold on to the football and keep it close. So, yeah, 8.5 is a lot to give. I don't care. Packers are not blowing anybody out of the water this season. They're not winning 20.
Are you sure Gibson's out?
I expect him to be out.
Okay.
He got knocked out of the game last week. And even if he plays, don't look for much. This guy is injured, and if he plays, I expect that he's playing hurt and can't make it through a game.
All right.
He came out of the game last week.
I'm going to give you the Packers' offensive line is banged up, and I think you're going to see a glimpse of something in this game, and that is the Washington front. I think you're going to see the Washington front come to play. They've been a huge disappointment, right?
Massive.
The Washington defense has been a massive, in your words, massive disappointment. I agree. I think you're going to see them show up. I think you're going to see Washington get to Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you, Washington is live at plus 8.5.
I like it. All right. First bet.
That's a definite play. Miami and Atlanta. Atlanta's 2.5. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have no opinion. I mean, if you gun to my head, I would take Atlanta, but I have no interest in that game.
Cordero Patterson.
Do you?
I'm only interested in. No, I'll give you a DFS angle on this one. I don't like the bet. I don't know what's going on with Tua. I like the DFS angles on this game.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I like Cordero Patterson. He's for real. Let's accept it. Let's.
Okay.
I'm on the
Okay.
bandwagon now. I'm on board. 7 to 9 targets every week. I'm getting on the bandwagon. No Julio Jones. They need someone to throw to. I love Calvin Ridley in this game.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley, 13 targets a game, hasn't exploded yet. This is the chance for him to explode. Let's see the health of Howard, but assuming Howard is out, he was out a couple weeks ago. Got to check on Howard here, check on his health. But if he's out of this game, Ridley, obsessed with him, and if he's not, then Cordero. Flip side, that nice connection between Tua and Jalen Waddle. It's a real thing. So I like a couple of spots in this game, Gesicki as well. I like it for fantasy purposes. As far as picking a winner, I hate picking a winner. Two bad teams. It's a weird spread. Road -2.5. I'd probably lean Miami just because they're at home and they're getting those points. If I had to pull the trigger on one side, there's a little bit of laying the smackdown coming on from the coaching staff of Dolphins. Some rumors about trades for Tua. I don't think it's real, but the rumors are a kick in the ass. So yeah, I'm going to lean Dolphins, but I will say about the Dolphins team, man, these guys got to figure out how to run the football. They are not playing a normal offense without a running back.
No.
They got to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just think the game's gross. I don't want anything to do with it. Kansas City and Tennessee. Fascinating game because Kansas City's laying 5.5. So what did we see last week? We saw in the first half, Mahomes throw 2 picks, come back and just have his way with Washington. So, the Washington defense, the Kansas City defense played better. Second half, they dominated, caused turnovers, and it was a rout going away. Tennessee coming off that win, it's a tough spot because look at the Tennessee defense. Did you see, again, they were depleted in the secondary. They were down to 3 corners of the game. Now, you're down to 3 corners in that against the Chiefs, you're just dead in the water.
The letdown just is ripe here. I think the Chiefs put it on them. It's hard to give the points. So I'd rather take the money line just because given all those points is a little bit much, but I'm wildly confident that the Chiefs are going to win this game. The Titans are just going to disappoint after that win against the Bills. It was too miraculous. The only thing they really have going for them in this game is Henry might be unstoppable. But
yeah, listen, I hear you. I'm never anxious to go after, Henry against the Chiefs defense, which is, obviously struggled. We've talked about it.
Particularly bad against the run historically, although not so much this year.
Yeah, there's a reason why, too, because Andy believes more in what they call the shell philosophy. So when he's team building, so Andy's really the GM, right? So when he first of all, he spends all his money on offense. Second of all, he likes pass rushers, right? And he likes cornerbacks. And even though this team kind of lacks corners, they have a good front, and Spags knows how to pressure using a front, but they just lack a lot of playmakers, and their linebackers are thin. So to your point, Henry scares me in this game.
Yeah, they can't stop. Their whole team is built around Mahomes puts up a lead. Now the other team has to throw, and now we can sack the quarterback. We can stop that part of the game. But, the Titans do have a formula for beating Kansas City at times, where a heavy run plan and just playing above their pay grade on defense a little bit, combined with just a heavy dose of Derrick Henry. But the problem is here, again, it's just the letdown. The win was too exacerbating.
Dude, they are banged up. Let me go through their injury report with you. All right. So even on offense, Chester Rogers, questionable. McNichols, your backup running back who catches the ball out of the backfield, he's questionable. Bullock is questionable.
Hurt Leo.
Right. We saw hurt Leo. We saw with the hamstring. We saw AJ Brown with the illness. Right. So then you got, and this is really worrisome, Caleb Farley, who was a big corner investment for them. He's now was put on injury reserve this week. That's a big deal. Chris Jackson, who came out, he's banged up. Taylor Lewan, the offensive tackle left the game Monday night. He's probably not going to play. Christian Fulton, another cornerback, he's out. Dude, they're banged up against Kansas City. That's why I got to lay it.
I hear you. I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think I don't know. I'm just taking the money line. I might just include them in a bigger money line parlay. I'm enjoying doing these money line parlays. I feel like some of these games are playing close. I can take a shot, but I agree with you also. I think the Chiefs haven't beaten any spread this year. If I had the trends,
I know everybody's I hear you. I mean,
yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, they're not beating the spread this year, so I'm not going to risk it. But it's just a little bit more juice to give up. I'll probably pair it up with some other game that we figure out on this show. Looks like a lock button, and we'll be able to find one to pair it up with. Get at least even odds going.
Yeah, it's funny. You really do like. Well, I mean, I like. Well, we'll find a game for you.
Yeah, I mean, I could just throw in.
I have one already for you. We'll get to it later. Jets in New England 7. I'm not actually interested in backing the Jets, and I don't think the Patriots and Mac Jones should lay 7.
Nope, it's exactly what you just said. This should be a Jets bet, except I can't fucking bet on the Jets. No. So it's a no-go, and I want nothing to do with this game in fantasy either. It's just gross.
Yep. Now the next game I like a lot. Panthers and Giants. I love Carolina.
You love the Panthers.
I know I do. And you know what?
Love the Panthers.
The problem is I'm so vested in them with the coach, and obviously but this game, dude, I love him in this game. And listen, I had him last week, so it was a bad beat. They come back to tie it, losing overtime, and didn't cover, and they should have. I want to come back with him one more time against the Giants. I mean, you see this Giant team.
Giants are bad.
Plus, Matt's from New York, all right? And I know, and Matt, all right, so Matt he wanted to work for the Giants. So there's a little bit of a backstory here. He's going to want to beat them. Trust me, he's going to want to beat the Giants. All right? You cool with that?
Listen, I'm fine with it. The Giants are not that good. So I'd like to know if Barkley's going to come back. I do think that Sam Darnold is regressing a little bit. I have some concerns.
A lot bit. Yeah.
The ghosts are coming back. And I don't care how good you are as a coach, Matt Rule. If your quarterback starts seeing the ghosts, you're going to have some trouble.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I'm curious to see if Saquon Barkley is back for this game. Man, that dude is brittle. His bones are made of. You ever see
Carolina's defense is good, so that's the one thing. I agree. Darnold's been, awful. And listen, he stinks, man. He stinks. I mean, he's
well a couple of weeks.
I agree, but I think he's horrible. I agree.
He's regressing.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about that. I'm worried about their offense. Chuba Hubbard. Let me tell you, between you and me, just between the two of us, cuz Chuba Hubbard. He's not that good. He's okay. He's not that good. He wasn't a highly touted prospect. This was not somebody who we looked at coming out of draft and we're like, oh yeah, I gotta fucking draft that guy. No.
Oklahoma State, he wasn't bad.
He's not that good. He's fine. But he's not Christian McCaffrey.
No, he's not.
He's nowhere near. So this team is operating, and here's another thing that's a problem with that team. Robbie Anderson, what the fuck happened to Robbie Anderson? He's dropping past. They're hitting him in the helmet, bro. They're hitting him like you're an NFL wide receiver, and the football hits you in the helmet. Your hands aren't even going up to catch it.
I know that bothers you too, man. I know that bothers you.
That?
Especially as a fantasy guy, you're like, what's going on, Robbie?
7 targets, 2 receptions last week.
No good, bro. Yeah. No good.
I played that guy. I put money on him. My money was lost on that.
I lost one last week. The Chargers. I bit, right? And, I made the Chargers a play. And I went against Baltimore.
That was gross.
and I want to go against them again.
No, don't do it.
Yes.
You're at home.
I want to go and take the Bengals.
Oh no.
Yes. I like Cincinnati. Barrow, Mixon,
I couldn't be scareder.
Chase.
I couldn't be scareder to play any Bengals than I am.
Bengals.
No Bengals. No.
You want to go
I like
Butler?
that you're getting. I like that you're getting the 6.5.
You want to go a little Butler action?
You know what? Let's do the Butler bet on this one.
Let's go.
I'm in.
All right. You got the Ravens -6.5, and I got the Bengals +6.5. I'm not even going to answer for 7.
You're asking a lot. I'm more curious about your take on this next game coming up, but a little on this game. Listen, Baltimore, you're right. It can go either way, but they're at home. This is a division rivalry, and I do give a little more respect to closer lines on division rivalries. And Baltimore's just not a high-scoring team, period. They just don't tend to score a lot. They're not a put their foot on your throat team most of the time. But, yeah, I'll take the Bengals. I'll take the Ravens. I'll give the points Butler bet, which means you guys should definitely bet the Bengals. I mean, there's never been a better reason to bet that. If you want a lock button at this point, you want to bet the Bengals because
I love you, man.
I
You're
can't
the
win
best
a Butler
geek.
bet to save my life. No, it's happening.
You're the greatest geek. You really are.
Ravens minus.
You're the
You
best.
want to give me -3.5? I need like a handicap on the Butler bet.
I mean, no handicap. I need a Manny.
Oh my God!
You're gonna be my Manny.
I'll frost the tips for you. I'll bring the tinfoil. Tell me about your day, Anthony. I'll fucking frost up those tips.
Listen, I'm like a taxi service, right? I got the kids playing baseball, football. Now he's playing hockey. I mean, Uncle Geek's going to have to beat Jeeves.
I'll drive Massimo around.
All right, you don't mind, right?
I'll take Mariah, go to the baseball game. I have daughters, but you know what? I take them to tennis, take them to dance class. I know what.
You'd be good, Uncle Geek.
I know what's up.
You'd be fantastic.
I know how to do it.
So listen, that's why I need to win as many Butler bets as possible. So you come down and you drive the kids around. All right, Eagles and Raiders. Is that the game you're waiting for?
Yes. Sharpening skates. Kanger from up north in ice hockey country. He knows what's up.
Dude. Oh my God. My little one's now he's got the hockey bug. Alex, he's got the hockey bug.
Man, ice hockey. I thought that was only north of the 37th what do you call that thing? I don't know. I forgot what it's called. All right, let's talk about Eagles Raiders here because I'm interested in this game. I love it. I love it from all angles. I like it for DFS purposes.
Do you?
Like it from your fantasy league.
Yeah, they should move the ball a little bit, your boy.
Yeah, I mean, Hurts.
You're number one Hurtsman. You're a Hurtsman.
Wrong? 25 points a game. You're like, well, he's not winning games. I don't care. Don't care.
I was thinking of you the other day. Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in fantasy. The numbers played out.
Team can't
top
win.
5.
Team can't win.
Because he should be driving a trash truck. All his points come in garbage time. He's like the dude. I'm like, yo, what's up, Jalen?
Because I've gone around on the fantasy stuff. I've gone around because of you and your advice. I told all my peoples. I was like, if you've got Jalen Hurts on your dynasty team, you want to trade him now. Trade him now. 25.
He will not be the quarterback next year.
This is coming from the source. If you play dynasty fantasy football, and especially if it's Superflex the way I play, you guys know me. I play Superflex, 2 quarterback leagues. Trade him now. Get peak value. Even if he plays next year, you sold him for peak value. Don't sell him like a fire sale. You sell him for 2 first round peak value.
Yeah.
Right now. Do it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, listen, he won't be the quarterback next year. So the coach came out today, Nick Sirianni came out today in his news conference, and he was asked about his offense and like, what are you running, dude? And And he basically said, well, the offense, we have to run this offense for Jalen. He basically threw his quarterback under the bus.
Yeah, that is not good.
And say that like he's limited, which is, we knew, like, you didn't need to say it because he runs a college offense, because that's really what his talents are.
That's brutal. That's brutal for him to say.
But
that,
he
though.
said it today. Like,
what's Nick Sirianni's excuse for never using Miles Sanders?
Yeah, it's terrible.
What's his excuse?
RPO, that he calls a lot of RPOs, and Jalen
just takes it.
Right. He doesn't hand the ball off.
Well, can't blame him there. But yeah, I mean, run Miles Sanders. By the way, in this game against the Raiders, you have another opportunity to run Miles Sanders. They're not going to do it, but
see, they have a real issue. Here's one of their biggest issues is Jalen under center. So you need to put him under center to run the football. But he really can't throw from under center. He didn't do it at all in college.
So are you saying the issue is this guy doesn't know how to do a 3 and a 5-step drop? He's just
he doesn't have the arm. He doesn't have the arm talent for it.
Yeah, he hasn't been taught that style of football.
Well, he never played in college, and he doesn't really have the gun. Like, he doesn't have that, can make those pop throws that you need to do. They didn't run a slant the whole game. Like, they don't run slants.
What are they going to do? You got to be able to run slant in the NFL. He's just throwing bombs, and he is not accurate.
No, I mean, he won't be. That's why he's not going to be the quarterback. And when the coach says that today, it tells you all you need to know. But in this game, I like the Raiders.
Like the Raiders here to take this one. Let's see. We got Raiders -3 at home. Derek Carr's healthy.
I can't bet against my squad. So, but if you're asking me,
no bet against the squad.
I like the Raiders in the game.
Listen, I'm not going to go against you on a pick against the Eagles. I mean, again, against your home squad. You know what's up. I just like this game for fantasy purposes. I think it's going to be a fantasy points.
Yeah, I can totally see that
extravaganza.
Yeah.
I think the points are going to be fun.
I think the Raiders are an interesting story without Gruden, right? And the way they played last week, I think they're going a little bit of a run, and I think that becomes a narrative. I also think the league would want it to become a narrative. Certainly,
anyway.
Certainly Roger, right?
Fuck Gruden, for real. I don't think he's a good coach. Like, fuck Gruden. Who cares? You know, like, you know what the rest of the guys on the team are saying? They're saying the same. But fuck Gruden. I don't care about him. You know, the whole team is saying the same thing. Fuck him. We're moved on. Like, they've already forgotten about Gruden. 1 week later, they don't even remember that guy. Like, he's gone. Whatever. He was in the background. He'd be yelling and shit.
He's gone, and that's that.
Yeah, he's gone. Goodbye.
Do you know what that's from?
He's gone, and that's that.
Station knows.
Stats knows. He knows every reference, and he rips on me after the show.
Yeah, because you don't get it.
What I go through. Wise guys don't carry a wallet. He's like, how do you not know that? He's a friend of ours. He's a friend of ours, a friend of yours. Friend of ours? I don't know.
Well, what happened?
Sensational is a friend of ours.
He's a friend of mine.
He's a friend of ours.
Wait. I'll give you the scene. Thank you. Thank you.
I've seen Goodfellas 20 times. What are you talking about?
Thank you, Stats. He knows.
When they whack.
So you know the story. De Niro's in the phone booth, and he's talking to the old man. What do you mean? He's gone. What do you mean he's gone?
Oh, he's gone.
He's Jimmy, he's gone. And that's that.
Jimmy, I want my money. Maury, Jimmy, I want my money. I want my money, Jimmy. Jimmy, I want my money.
And this fucking guy.
Jimmy, I want my money.
Or is it Goodfellas trivia? What business did Maury own?
Oh, toupee business?
Close.
Was it like a hat?
Yeah. You mean wigs?
Yeah, wigs. Yeah, toupee. That's to say. Yeah.
Maury's wigs.
Fucking. This is some anti-Semitic shit. I expect nothing better out of you, Sensational. Nothing better. I said a toupee store. That's not good enough. Come on.
Don't you remember when you see the commercial right? And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see him, and he's jumping in the pool, and he's driving with the wind, and De Niro's watching it. Oh, look at this! Sensational knows all about this. Give him 8-5 on Cleveland.
Never.
Classic.
I'm still trying to get Cuz to cut me a break on the Baltimore line. Let me get the money line on Baltimore for the Butler bet. That would be the real deal.
Yeah, that ain't
Give me the money line.
It's just a charity.
All right. See, that's what's up. I can't have a money line bet. I get it. Raiders to win this. The Eagles can't win a game. They're not. Dallas.
I can't believe how cheap the line is. I'll be honest with you. The line's cheap. It's 3. I don't understand it. The same way last week, I didn't get that line, that Raider line. I loved them last week, and they're only laying 3.
How did I not bet the Raiders? I forgot.
I'll be honest with you.
About it.
I don't know. I don't know how the Raiders are only 3 in this game. The Eagles are a public team. They're overvalued. That game Thursday night, we all watched that. I mean, they should have lost by 30, and they wound up covering.
Garbage time.
So I think you're getting a number here. I think that I don't say it. I think the Raiders should win the game.
Yeah, -3. Probably buy it up to -2.5 if you want to be safe. Get rid of that handle.
Yeah, I mean, you can play the money line, but I don't see how they. I don't say it. So the other late games are kind of tough because there's such big numbers. You got the Rams laying 16, 15 over the Lions. Arizona's laying 17.5 against the Texans. Tampa's laying 12.5 against the Bears. I mean, let's be real. Like you can't bet these games. Like, could I see the Texans actually keeping it close against Arizona because Arizona don't care? Like, Arizona's going to win the game.
This is the NFL. This is the National Football. In 18-point spread, this isn't a college football game.
Right. And like, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I would take Houston. If like you had any balls, you take Houston. You know why? Arizona, they just come off the win in Cleveland. Now you got the Texans. You're a monster favorite. They're due for a flat game. They're going to win the game. But think about it. You're catching 18.5, right? 17.5, 18 points. I mean, this game has like 31, 17 written all over it. Or that's a cover. It's a Houston cover.
You bet Houston here.
Yeah.
You hold your nose.
Yeah.
You throw up in your mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Arizona's not that good of a defense. If they were Rams defense, or if they were elite, like top 3 in the league, that level of a defense where the Texans have no hope of moving the football, I'd say, okay, I'll give you the 18 points. But you don't. This is the NFL. We don't give 18 points in the NFL. It's just not. It's not a.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
You got to be on that side of it. It's a donkey move to bet the -18. I think even if they cover.
Yeah, you're a sucker.
I usually am on the donkey side of most of these bets, but in this case, yeah, I'm not going to bet it because I don't want to put my money on Houston and Davis Mills. I want to bet against a buddy of mine, a side bet that Davis Mills wouldn't hit 14 fantasy points last week.
Wow.
And he didn't. Yeah, I was like, this fucking guy sucks. I mean, listen, he might be a good player down the road. I'm not going to hold too much against him. Injured throughout his college
but right
career.
now, no, you're right.
You know, for the fact that he's in the NFL right now and playing actually more competent than you would think. I'm interested in Cardinals defense in this. Like, they could put up, crazy numbers in this one. As far as the Texans go, though, if I would bet the Texans to cover the 18. If I had to bet this game, I would be on the Tech. I'm not going to bet it. I don't like it. StatStation will tell you probably, throw the Cardinals in your Survivor League this week. Chalk it up, take the win, move on.
So there's something like an interesting game.
We got one more, Bears Bucks. I know you're trying to skip it.
Oh, well, I lump them in.
The Bears can't keep it
See,
close.
but I wouldn't bet them.
I think the Bears have the best chance of these three to keep it close.
Really? I don't think so. I think Houston does. You want the Bears in a Butler bet? How about I give you 14?
I'll take it. I'm taking
Yeah?
it. Butler bet. Another
All right.
Butler bet.
That's you got it. Good luck, Geek.
Bears plus 14.
Yep.
Boom. Butler. Boom. Write it up. Now,
So how are they going to keep up, my man?
I think that
Justin
Fields will finally throw the football.
and Brady.
The problem is you can't run on the Bucs, but I keep dreaming that Fields will throw the football to Allen Robinson and Darnell Mooney. I keep thinking it's going to and run it himself. He hasn't done it yet. I get it. It's been a few games. Khalil Herbert not going to be doing his thing against the Bucs.
You know, they didn't cover last week, Tampa. It was a route. They just trying to get out. They could open up a can on the Bears.
I think the Bears are good defense. I don't know if Brady's going to be styling in this one.
All right. Well,
I think Bears defense is very good.
We got 2 Butlers this week.
2 Butler, man. If I win these 2, I think we're back in business. We're back in business.
Well, right now, I think what am I plus 5 units?
Is it? I'm not keeping a track, but I don't know. I know Kangar's probably got the numbers.
I thought it was plus 5 units.
Is it? Oh boy, I'm fucked.
Well, no, I mean, listen,
I'm coming back.
You win these 2, it's now you're down only 3, so then you got life.
Coming back. Yeah. This is how Tony Soprano wound up with the sporting goods store.
It's called a bust out.
Yeah, it started like this. It started with a Butler bet. Next thing you know, he's setting up shop in the back, sporting goods shop, just fucking, I'm like, I'm trying to sell shit over here. He's like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Get out of the room. That's my shop. No, get the fuck out. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
It's the Pendino bust out.
You remember that? The sporting goods store?
Yeah, it's Pendino bust out. David Pendino was the guy.
That's his name. Oh my God.
He had 2.
It's crazy.
He had too many boxes of ziti. In the executive game.
Next thing you know, the wife leaves you. The house is foreclosed.
And you're going to a ranch in New Mexico.
It's a disaster.
And you have to sell your kid's car.
Yeah, you're selling your kid's car.
Yeah, that's
Like, honey, you remember that BMW I got you?
Yeah.
Now you could take my Rogue, drive that.
Yeah, that's what happens when you want to go to the executive game.
Yeah.
And you get too many boxes of ziti.
For everybody.
Remember when he goes like this? Give him 2 boxes of ziti.
Hold on. Let me give a little disclaimer here. All right, you ready? Got a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, guys. Don't fuck around. Don't ruin your life. Okay.
That's right. Very good. Very good. By the way,
disclaimer.
Do me a favor. Get the Sharp app. All right? Because if you like to bet a little bit, you got to be armed and be smart. And
be
the
on
Sharp
the sharp
app.
side of it. Be on the sharp side of that.
The Sharp app will help you.
By the way,
so please get it.
People watching the show, like if you want free money and you want to just straight fade the mush, if you've just been betting Ant's Butler bets against me since the beginning of the thing, you would be your sports would get double, 100% win rate. 100% win rate. Fade the mush. You gotta fade the mush. It's only that bet that I mush, though. It's just that one bet because I so don't want to be the Butler that it's going to happen. Because I dread it. That's why it's going to happen.
Oh my God. That is the best.
When you're relaxed, you don't, the bets just keep winning and parlays. But I'm like, oh man, I got to win a fucking Butler bet. No, it always goes wrong.
All right. Well, who do you like in this game? San Fran? Because I think it's a great game in Indianapolis.
Quarterback. Who's it? Jimmy G coming back?
I actually like San Fran if Jimmy G plays.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big Wentz guy. I'm not a fan of Wentz, really.
You love Hurts and you don't like Wentz.
I don't like Wentz. No.
You sound like one of my callers.
Do I? Is that what it is?
No, because in Philadelphia, like Wentz was a huge problem, right? Huge problem. And, the whole issue, the drama. So Russ has some good. Did you see this? Russ has some good info here.
Rainy and windy. I mean, listen, it's a little early to predict the weather on Sunday night. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. But could be a heavy running game. Listen, the Colts pounding the rock. That's what
it's not like it's not like San Francisco has defense that can't go side to side. I mean, they're a good front seven. Oh, Stats is awesome, man.
He's got the comedy. So
should we get Stats on to do your hit tomorrow?
Yes,
with you.
Got to get Stats on there.
We got to do
the fantasy football stuff. We got to get him talking bets.
Okay. All right, I got to make that happen.
Football crush fan, but I crush him in our fantasy leagues together.
Okay, we got to get Stats on the air, man. All right.
A massive weather system move here. So listen, the Colts, are they a great running team when they run the football heavily against shitty teams like they've done the last 3 games with Jonathan Taylor absolutely destroying horrible opposing defenses? Yes. So if they're going to win the game, that's how they're going to do it. The 49ers are a pretty beat up team you know what? I don't know if it's going to be I don't know. Am I happier with Garoppolo? I'm not really even sure what's going on at quarterback for them or which one I prefer.
I'd rather have Jimmy G.
I mean, he doesn't add the dimension. They don't have a lot going on at running back.
He's a better, all fair points. I just think he gives you a better chance to win right now.
They got Elijah Mitchell as the starting running back. You're talking
You know what's amazing is I actually like Trey Sermon.
No, they don't like him.
What's the problem? Because I actually like him.
I think he doesn't know how to pass protect. You saw the way they emergency brought him out of the game for every passing down. Like it was very obvious.
That's a problem. It becomes a tell.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. If you got a guy who can't pass block and you're only bringing him out for running plays, you're screwed as a team. The other team knows what you're going to do. He can't pass protect. It's obvious because they refuse to allow him on the field for passing downs.
Yeah.
So Russell's got Indy -3 here. There you go. He found -3. I see it -4, -4.5. But if you've got -3, you did pretty well.
This is interesting. I'm just looking at their injury report. So Trent Williams, you know about him. He's banged up. On the other side, Kinlaw's banged up. We know both quarterbacks are banged up. We know that.
I don't know if Wentz is still banged up. I think Wentz is fine.
No. Both quarterbacks for San Francisco.
Both at San Francisco.
Lance and Garoppolo, right? So we know all of the injuries. Hasty, Wilson, Mostert, right? I mean, Kittle. The whole thing. I mean, listen, I get it.
Kittle's the best pass blocking tight end or run blocking tight end in the National Football League.
Yeah.
The best. PFF rated top 3 or something like that. But I say the best because he can also catch passes. Those other 2 are basically giant offensive linemen.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Now they're banged up, guys. Listen, I hear you.
I don't trust this one. So, Indy.
I like the Niners, but I hear you.
Going for the alt spread play here. Are you hearing this? Here we go. We got a write in for the alt spread. Anthony G. Cuz special.
He's going to Indy -3.
Indy -3.
Yeah.
Taking what? Plus 500? Plus 450?
Nah, it'll be plus 2. My guess is 290.
The line is -4. So the line is San Francisco -4. So you're essentially moving the line 7 points here.
So let's see. I'll look it up for you guys. I like that, Russ. I like a ballsy man like you. That's
ballsy.
That's my kind of bet. All right, let's find out. So let's look at this. So, oh man.
Plus 250. There you go.
250. All right.
Okay.
It's good balls right there.
Nothing wrong.
Yep.
I don't know where to go with this one because the 49ers are kind of an enigma in the way that they play. They
I just
sometimes
think the
play really good
spot. I
defense.
think the spot favors San Fran. But listen, Russ, God bless, man. They are banged up, so you know it's an interesting, a really interesting game. Now, this is a bad card on Sunday. If I want to reiterate, I like the Raiders. I love Washington. I like Kansas City. I like Carolina. I like Cincinnati. And I like Tampa. And I would like Texans plus the points. So those would be my selections. I mean, I'm gonna root for Russ.
Money line, Chiefs.
You like the money line. I would lay it. What do you think of the Monday night game? It's Saints and Seahawks. Saints laying 4.5. Look, Geno's terrible, and you know that better than anybody.
It's so bad.
Isn't this a spot though?
Here. You take the Saints.
You really?
I'm laying.
You don't get sucker. You think it's a sucker play?
Yeah, Geno is the Saints are good on defense. What I don't like about this game, if I had to give a negative, it's that it's taking place in Seattle. But the Seahawks, you can't run on the Saints. So this is a very bad matchup for the Seahawks because they're not going to be able to rely on Alex Collins or DJ Dallas or Rashad Penny or whoever the hell is going to be the running back this week. They will not be able to sit back and rely on that. You have to put it in Geno's hands. Geno, not that good. He's not that good. And he only throws to two guys. He only throws to the two guys. So if you cover DK Metcalf, if the Saints, and they are a well-coached team, especially defensively, if they understand, let's bracket DK Metcalf. Because Geno can't hit the type of patterns that Tyler Lockett runs. Geno's got one. He can hit, the big dude, go deep.
Right.
You and I can do that.
Right.
Go deep. Now, I don't have that arm. But if I could throw a football, I know how to throw deep to DK Metcalf. He's a giant man. Let him get the ball.
Right.
So as long as you keep him out, Geno cannot really throw with accuracy on a crossing pattern. He's throwing it in front of you, behind you. He's not leading Tyler Lockett the way he needs to be led. Freddie Swain, nothing going on there. And there's nothing going on at running back. So I don't love the Saints offense. Don't get me wrong. I don't know why they're playing this crazy conservative, but I think Alvin Kamara could dance circles in this game. If they just hand it to him, I like the Saints. Again, -5. I think you lay it. I'll take -4.5 over at PointsBet or Caesars, not Caesars, BetMGM. They give you a little bit better line. So I'll go to the -4.5, PointsBet or Caesars. Who else has that line? DraftKings has it. You get 5.5 if you want to bet the other side of this game over at FanDuel. So one of these weird ones where DraftKings 4.5, FanDuel 5.5, by the way, guys. Once again, if you have the Sharp app, you'll know.
Yeah, that Sharp app is awesome.
You know where your outs are. Take the -4.5, not the -5.
I like it.
But yeah, I'm taking the Saints there. I like it. You can pull the trigger on that as a bet because straight up.
Is that a Geek XXL?
I don't know about an XXL. I would rather, me, I'd rather put it in my money line parlay than I'll mix this in with the Chiefs maybe and double it down. I'll take the two winners like that. But either way, I'm very confident in the Saints winning this game on the road. It's a road game. They're road favorites. Normally you want to stay away from that, but it's just the matchup is just very bad for Seattle. It just doesn't it doesn't jive well. And Seattle's defense, not good. Not good. So Kamara, I think, is going to do his thing here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's listen to that man. That man knows.
Every once in a while, going to get one.
All right. Well, we'll see how we do. Geek, I love our Wednesday nights, man. I look forward to them.
I love it. Always fun to chat with the cuz. We'll talk a little pizza, talk a little heroes, little Subways early on, talk a little football.
Don't forget the Geek will be with me tomorrow to talk fantasy. 97.5thefanatic.com. Listen to him.
I got to
He's
tease
fantastic.
Everybody. I got to tease everybody that we have a Brian Dawkins signed jersey that I have acquired Don't ask me how I acquired this because it was
How
not
did you acquire that?
this. I have connections all the way up the chain.
Wow.
All the way up the chain. Philly's favorite NFL player.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. So I'm thinking of a fun contest for Sharp app. People who got the app, for people on it. We'll come up with something here.
I love it. We'll put our think. I love it.
Yeah, we'll put our thinking cap on. We're gonna do a little social media contest. It's gonna be something about follow the Sharp app on social media, retweet or something like that. We're thinking about it. John says you don't want to know what I had to do, and he's right, to get that jersey, because they're not lying around. I promise you this. I had to call the owner of one of the biggest memorabilia companies. He said, "I'm gonna do you a favor. You got to do me a favor." I don't even want to get into this right now, but it wasn't. I'm not proud of it, in fairness. But we have the jersey. We're gonna do a little something for my South Jersey / Philly people. I'm an honorary son of Philadelphia.
Yeah, you are. You're a son of Ben. Yes, you are.
That's what they're telling me.
Sons of Ben. Yes.
Son of Ben. Fucking
Ben Franklin.
I know who it is. I love US
Sons
history,
of Ben. That's the fan group for the Philadelphia Union. Sons of Ben.
I've never heard of this before. This is the first I've heard it. But as soon as you said Sons of Ben, I was Ben Franklin. Of course, I watch Hamilton. I fucking know my U.S. history. I watch Hamilton.
That's awesome. You know what's coming out? Larry David's coming out, the new series.
Love it. Love Curve. That might have been why he was on Rich Eisen's show.
When was this?
It was today. It was yesterday. Today. The whole thing about getting rid of kickers. He did a whole routine about, and then he's like, and then later, and he's like, and then he had a whole idea of 2-point, 3-point conversions from like different, like 20-yard line to 15-yard line, all these different, and then he goes, and next we're gonna get rid of the punter. It was a funny routine. You got to look it up. Larry David.
Oh, it's my man. I love him. He's fabulous.
You enjoy it. My guy is JB Smoove. I was just telling somebody.
Oh, he's the greatest. I got the Caesar app, baby.
JB Smoove was once on a show called.
You got to dig in that ass, Larry.
Yes. But you know what I
felt?
You
big balls, Larry.
JB Smoove was on an episode of a show called Talking Dead, and it's a 1-hour like talk show about the show The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
you familiar with that?
AMC, yeah.
Yeah, so they did a stupid 1-hour show talking about the show. They double down. They play one episode, then they get another hour of content. But they had JB Smoove on. And when I tell you, this guy was talking about the episode, and I was crying.
Oh, he's the best.
Zombies coming. And he was just doing his JB Smoove thing. And I'm crying from laughter. I'm like, this guy is better when he's unscripted. If you... No script, and he's just talking his normal self.
I mean, that's Curb, right? Curb is it's none of it's scripted.
I'm sure a lot of the scenes with him and Larry are not scripted at all.
They're not. In fact, Larry, one day I was listening to him talk about the show, and all it is concepts, and then they just make
it up as they go.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. It's
Larry
awesome.
David is a national treasure.
You're going to dig in that ass, Larry. You're going to write Larry was here in that ass.
He's a national treasure, Larry David.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best.
Funniest guy. He's the genius behind Seinfeld. You put him and Seinfeld together, they made the greatest sitcom ever made.
He's the one who did it. Like, listen, Jerry, God bless. But
Jerry's funny too, but Larry's
he's the man. Like he's he created George's thing. It's the best.
Yeah, he's the guy. All right.
I think my brother. Great stuff, man.
I will see you tomorrow at 1:00 to answer all of the fantasy football sit-start decisions, all of that good stuff. Love coming on the Fanatic, that stuff. Love it every week. Awesome.
It's the best.
See you tomorrow. And for everybody here, good luck this week on your bets. You got our bets. Don't bet the Butler bet. Stay away from the Ravens. Stay away from the Bears. Both the Butler bets. Go against the Butler bet. It's free money. Promise you. That always is free money. Do that. All right. For Cuz, myself, for Sharp App, we love you. We'll see you next week, everybody. Take care.